Hello, hi everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the difference between alpha testing and beta testing within 2 or 3 minutes. So the basic difference between alpha testing and beta testing is, if somebody asks you in an interview what is the difference between alpha and beta, so you have to answer like alpha testing is done within the organization, but beta is by end user. The alpha is done just to check the quality, and beta just to get the feedback from the end user. Let's take the example of WhatsApp. WhatsApp develop some feature within the organization itself, and the tester and other people used to test it. So once they are satisfied with the quality, they used to deploy the same thing in App Store or iOS Store for beta testing or beta version. So we as a user downloaded that beta version and start running the application. We used to send the messages, video call, and all those things. And if we find any difficulties or any problem, we used to share our feedback that this feature is not working. So to get the feedback from the end user is called beta testing. So let's move to the one-to-one difference between alpha testing, beta testing. Performed by the employee within the organization, but beta testing by the client who are not the part of organization. Alpha testing require a specific environment because this is done by a trained tester, and obviously the environment has to be the perfect or same as production environment. But in beta that is not required. In alpha testing, robust and security is not performed, but in this case beta testing we used to perform. And alpha testing before the product launches into the market, and beta testing at the time of product is being launched, because when we release beta version, it mean to say we are in the track of releasing the application, because we have given the beta version to some of the user. Once they are satisfied with this, we can release it to whole number of user, like 1000 or 100 million user. Next is the goal of alpha is to evaluate the quality, but in case of beta, we used to get the feedback from the user itself. As alpha testing is done by the trained tester, that's why white box and black box testing is required. But in case of beta, we used to do the customer or the client used to do only the black box testing. Next is activity can be controlled. Why? Because everything that is being developed and tested within the organization, if anything, any defect found, we can solve it within the organization itself. But activity cannot be controlled since it is performed in real environment. So real environment is like your production or real app. The next is this testing is done by highly skilled, as we discussed, because highly trained or highly skilled people can test it, the complete application. But in case of beta, it is not that like that. So the stakeholders are product management team, quality assurance team, and engineers. But in case of beta, the stakeholders are product management team, user experience team, and quality management team. So what are stakeholders? Those the parties or people who are most interested in that application at that particular time. So for developing the application, obviously engineering team, management team, quality team, and product management team. But in case of getting the feedback from the client, the interesting parties are the user management team, who used to discuss things or used to communicate to the user, who used to get the feedback from the feedback complaint or any grievances related thing from the customer. So these people are the stakeholder, and obviously the QA team, because if any feature is not working, the user management team used to discuss the same with product owner, and product owner discuss with us, like, have you tested this? Okay, so user is experiencing some difficulties in accessing that particular feature, so we can explain, like, so we are the important part of both the alpha and beta. Developer can resolve the bug, obviously, because that is being developed within the organization. But in case of beta testing, feedback is collected. So the major difference is, like, in alpha is done at the client side, but Beta is done at the user side. The real user is tested, and this is for checking the quality of the application, but or to evaluate the application. But beta testing is to check the or to get the feedback from the application. So this is all about alpha testing and beta testing. If you like this video, please subscribe and like. Thank you for watching the testing class. Have a nice day.